Rob Auber likes number 8, Our Madame, to beat number 5, Minnie Did Min, and number 11, Call the Card. 8, 5 and 11 from Rob in the first. And there are the runners on the track getting ready for the first at Mildura. Race 3 at Donald follows in 6. More up for race 1 at Mildura as we join Rob Auber.
Good afternoon, Rod Gallegos, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Mildura for this afternoon's meeting. The first event about to get underway, and the favourite here is number 5, Minity Min, at $2.70. As they're moving up for the Got an Edge 3-roll pace over 2,150 metres. Scoring up, race 1 on the card, the Got an Edge 3-roll pace. Favourite drawn 5, Minity Min, comes out of barrier 4. As they're scoring up, Minity Min right up on a gate. Wahoo to draw on the inside. Bridgewood Gold, they're set. Green lights on and away in the first event, and Wahoo on the inside began very well and will lead him clearly. Minity Min now gets to second, and out 3 deep the first starter, Scotch Fallacy presses on. Now driving up to be behind the leader was Manwarra Bonnie Doon, about 6 metres away to Bridgewood Gold, who's now 3 back the rail, being covered up by Super L. 5 metres away to Our Madame, a sulky's length to Prezadka, Jamira Cash second last, and Call the Card last of all. Turning into the straight, and they've got just over 2 circuits to travel, and Wahoo to work to the lead quite comfortably, leads by 2 metres to Scotch Fallacy on its outside. Manwarra Bonnie Doon third behind the leader, and 1-1 is Minity Min, and they're walking in the early part from Super L. On the inside, Bridgewood Gold from Our Madame, Prezadka in the running line from Call the Card, and Jamira Cash at the tail. The lead time in 41.9. Going down the back, and Wahoo to the leader by a metre. 2 Scotch Fellas at the outside, and third behind the leader, Manwarra Bonnie Doon. There's no change in the order as now Jamira Cash takes off 3 deep from the rear. 1-1 was Minity Min, and Jamira Cash quickly sweeping up to the leaders. Behind those on the rail was Bridgewood Gold. Now coming out 3 deep was Super L. Pushing through between runners, Our Madame, Call the Card, and Prezadka last of all. About 25 metres from first to last, and the first quarter in 33 even. And the front runner is Wahoo, being joined by Jamira Cash the outside. Taking off 3 deep now was Super L. Manwarra Bonnie Doon bailed away behind the leader, and 1-1 Scotch Fallacy. Now taking off 3 deep and latching up on the back there of Super L was Our Madame, and she has cover for the last circuit out 3 deep. On the rail was Bridgewood Gold. Going for a gallop was Scotch Fallacy in the 1-1. Came back and slightly inconvenienced Minity Min, which has been shuffled back to second last. Ahead of it, Prezadka. Call the Card last of the main group and tailed off Scotch Fallacy. 32.4 to second quarter as they start the sprint up, and Wahoo being shaded by Jamira Cash. Super L out 3 deep. Our Madame enjoying a good run just off the speed at the moment from Manwarra Bonnie Doon. Prezadka takes off from the tail from Minity Min. Then Bridgewood Gold, Call the Card, and tailed off Scotch Fallacy. Heading off the back, 30 the last quarter, the third quarter, and sweeping the lead, Jamira Cash, being joined by Super L. But here's Our Madame now coming out 3 deep. 4 deep Prezadka. Wahoo's gone. Then Call the Card making ground from well back in the straight. And out 3 deep, Our Madame going up to tackle Super L. Prezadka still running on. Our Madame reaching the lead. Coming out after Prezadka, and Call the Card from well back. Our Madame hits the lead. Our Madame a metre in front, and Our Madame scores from Prezadka. Third home, Call the Card. Close up then we have Jamira Cash, Bridgewood Gold, Super L, Wahoo. Minity Min failed to run on from Manwarra Bonnie Doon, and last of all Scotch Fallacy.
Number 8, Our Madame, $3.90 and $1.60. Number 9 has paid $4.70, and Call the Card paid $3.20. Unfortunately, still no...
Odd runners being called up here for race number 2, and the favourite is number 9, Awesome Boy, at $2 and $1.50. Number 10 also in the market, Call 'em Rainbow, at $3.40 and $1.50. Has been well backed on track, number 10, Call 'em Rainbow. And third pick would be number 5, Bossy Ben, at $9.50 and $2. The favourite here is number 9, Awesome Boy, though, at $2 and $1.50. He's had the 3 lifetime starts. They've both, all 3 starts have been from the mobile. He goes around on the stand here this afternoon. and the big question mark will be whether he handles the standing start conditions. Number 10, Call 'Em Rainbow, has been well backed on track. He is usually a brilliant beginner from the stand, and he does look very hard to beat here with Neto Mifsud on board, making the journey from Kilmore. Being called up for the Newsbreaker 2-year-old Pacers Handicap, a standing start event. The favourite is number 9, Awesome Boy, off 10 metres. Off 20 metres, number 10, Call 'Em Rainbow. As the front line moves up, validated the inside. South Bank, Bianco, Steiger and Bossy Ben off the front line. Bossy Ben won a standing start trial at Oyen recently. Off 10 metres, we have Gold Tara, the Filly Buster, Riccardi, Awesome Boy, and off 20, Call 'Em Rainbow. Almost set as we wait for Call 'Em Rainbow to turn around off the 20 metre mark. Now South Bank also needs to come up. An attendant on the track just leading up the front line, Validator. On the tote, number 9, Awesome Boy at $1.90. $3.50 for number 10, Call 'Em Rainbow, and $8.30 now for number 5, Bossy Ben. Front line moves up over 2,150 metres down to the judge, and they'll have 2 circuits. Now the horse that is just giving some difficulty at the start is number 2, South Bank. An attendant out with South Bank to try and turn this horse around. Off the front line, Call 'Em Rainbow stands up well off the 20. Awesome Boy, the favourite, off 10, stands up well. They're almost set. South Bank once again backs away. An attendant out on the track with South Bank. Awesome Boy moves up nicely. Now South Bank once again backs away. Call 'Em Rainbow stands up well off the 20. Riccardi stands up well. Now once again South Bank is the horse that's holding up the start. Track cleared. Ready. Stand by. Awesome Boy back about a metre. Good line. Racing. Now Awesome Boy was slow to begin. Call 'Em Rainbow's already passed 2 of them. Riccardi shortly after the start goes for a gallop. Also galloping off the front line was Steiger. Came back and inconvenienced the favourite Awesome Boy. They've locked wheels back at the tail of the field, and Awesome Boy is losing valuable ground. And beginning nicely off the front is Validator from Bossy Ben. Moving up to be third was Bianco, and South Bank now goes for a gallop. Gold Tara moves to fourth, then followed by Call 'Em Rainbow, which has already passed half the field from the Filly Buster Riccardi. South Bank still galloping 20 metres away to the favourite Awesome Boy, and 10 metres away to Steiger. They work into the straight down to the winning post. They'll have 2 circuits to travel, and Validated a leader by 4 metres. 2 in second placing Bossy Ben, and the heavily back Call 'Em Rainbow takes off 3 deep, and Neto Mifsud's up searching for the lead as Validator in front, about to be joined by Call 'Em Rainbow. The lead time in 47.4. Now Call 'Em Rainbow is quite content to sit outside Validator. Bossy Ben to third now, 1-1, and behind the leader was Bianco. 3 back to rail the Filly Buster. In the running line was Gold Tara from Riccardi. About 20 metres away to Awesome Boy, who's still a good part of about 35 metres off the lead. Then followed by Steiger, and South Bank a distant last. They head off the back straight. 32.9 the first quarter, and the front runner is Validator by a head to Call 'Em Rainbow. Third Bossy Ben just shading Bianco to rail. In the running line was Gold Tara from the Filly Buster Riccardi. Now Awesome Boy's done a big job to tack on, and then followed by Steiger, and a distant last about 100 metres away to South Bank. The bell sounds. They've got just over a circuit to travel, and Call 'Em Rainbow puts his head in front of Validator to rail. In third spot was Bossy Ben from Bianco, Gold Tara. Then the Filly Buster. Riccardi comes out 3 deep. Awesome Boy onto his back. Then followed by Steiger and South Bank a distant last. The second quarter in 31.8 as they run down the back. The favourite Awesome Boy off the track and makes his run. And the leader is Validator by a metre. Now Call 'Em Rainbow being called upon. Bossy Ben out 3 deep makes his run from Bianco. 4 and 5 deep was Awesome Boy, still running on from Gold Tara. Then Riccardi from the Filly Buster. And forget about Steiger and South Bank. 30 the third quarter, and the front runner is Validator, still by a half head to Call 'em Rainbow. Awesome Boy under pressure. He's back about 7th and only struggling as Call 'em Rainbow goes up to Validator. They're about 6 metres in front of Bianco and Bossy Ben. Call 'em Rainbow hit the lead halfway down the straight. Running on was Bossy Ben late with Bianco, but it's Call 'em Rainbow, and they've put plenty on this, and Call 'em Rainbow gets home. Second placing to Bianco. Tight go for 30 to Bossy Ben or Validator. Close up in behind him was Riccardi from Gold Tara. Awesome Boy well back the Filly Buster, and a distant last was Steiger with South Bank 30.2 the fourth quarter.
Thanks, Rob. Call 'em Rainbow into $2.60 at the death, and $1.20 the place. Number 3, Bianco, has paid $7.40. That's $2.60 and $1.20 for the winner. $7.40. Call 'em Rainbow, $2.60 and $1.20. Rob said they put a stack on it and got the money. Bianco, $7.40. And number 5, Bossy Ben, has run third and paid $1.70. A fraction better in New South Wales and Queensland. Even money on the tote for the placing. A bit worse.
Pink Saffron began quickly from Red Glory. Out 3 deep in the early part was Manwarra Money Man, who's gone for a gallop. Shortly after the start, Manwarra Money Man is still galloping and has dropped back to the tail of the field. As going through to lead was Pink Saffron on the first corner. Moving up to be second behind the leader was Wilton, and then followed by Red Glory racing without cover. Now, Sim 6 out 3 wide at the moment. Now, Lindsay's Mate getting going again, gets to third from Perot. Well back in the field, Lockley Lynn, Manwarra Money Man, tacks up back at the tail of the field. They run into the straight, down to the winning post, and they'll have 2 circuits to travel, and there's no speed on in the early part. And the front runner is Pink Saffron by a metre to Lindsay's Mate, getting going again to be second. Now taking off 3 deep was Manwarra Money Man. It's out 3 wide at the moment and going forward to lead time in 44.6, as it's a line of 3 going into the back, and Pink Saffron being shaded in the centre by Lindsay's Mate, and Manwarra Money Man out 3 deep, and he looks like he's going to be posted there. Behind the leader, Wilton having a nice run. Red Glory 1-1. 3 back in the running line was Simsick, covering up Lockley Len, and at the tail of the field was Perot. About 20 metres from first to last as they run off the back straight. The first quarter in 32.2, and the front runner is Pink Saffron by a metre to Lindsay's Mate. Well, Manwarra Money Man, he'll lead up well tonight because he's posted out 3 deep and he's had no luck in the early part. Wilton's enjoyed a good run behind the leader. 1-1 then was Red Glory. Now out 3 wide with the cart home is Simsick. Perot then back last of all, and just ahead of it on the rail was Lockley Lynn. The bell sounds, and they've got just over a circuit to travel, 800 metres from home. And the front runner is Pink Saffron. She shows away by ahead to the outside, Lindsay's Mate, and Manwarra Money Man out 3 deep. The second quarter in 32.9. Behind the leader and sweating for a run was Wilton, and also bailed away in the centre was Red Glory. Sim6 got a nice trail home out 3 deep on the back of Manwarra Money Man. 3 back the rail, Lockley Lynn, and Perot last of all. They start to quicken up down the back straight, and the front runner is Pink Saffron, being shaded by Lindsay's Mate. Manwarra Money Man's gone. Out 4 deep now, 3 wide was Simsick. Red Glory out into the clear if good enough from Wilton. Then Lockley Lynn, Perot, and Manwarra Money Man at the tail. They ran off the back straight in 30.9. Heading up towards a turn, Pink Saffron by a half head to Lindsay's Mate. Simsick out 3 wide, then Red Glory. Wilton under pressure, but in the straight, it's still Pink Saffron. Lindsay's Mate now laying down the gauntlet. Lindsay's Mate on the outside, put its head in front and starting to draw clear. Lindsay's Mate will get home by a metre. Second placing Pink Saffron, third Simsick. Fourth home was Wilton, then Perot, Red Glory, Lockley Lynn, and Manwarra Money Man after that hard run has finished at the tail last quarter in 30.3.
Race 4, here's Rob.
Favourite is number 3, Return of Elvis, at 2.20, as they move up for the first leg of the quaddie here in Victoria. And Edo Mifsud going for a double. They're all set. Yorma Girl galloping in the score up. They're set and away. Yorma Girl has missed the start by a good part of about 30 metres, and showing good speed is Watch His Fella, Return of Elvis, and also Bonnie Lassie being driven with the whip. So it's a great charge to the first corner, but Return of Elvis was able to clear to stablemate Bonnie Lassie and work to the lead. Return of Elvis by about 4 metres. In second placing was Bonnie Lassie, and Watch His Fella now is forced to do all the work outside the leader, and 1-1 as they turn into the straight was Teddy Khan. Mary's Cash is 3 back the rail. 3 back in the running line was Bent's Basin, and about 25 to 30 metres away to Yorma Girl. They work down to the winning post, and they'll have 2 circuits to travel, 1,600 metres from home. And Return of Elvis in his favourite role in front. He shows away by 6 metres. 2 in second placing, Bonnie Lassie, and the lead time was running 41.2. Watch His Fella now drops in onto the rail to be 3 back the fence, and this leaves Teddy Khan facing the breeze. 4 back the rail was Mary's Cash. 1-1 was Bent's Basin, but back second last and about 15 metres away to Yorma Girl. Well, Return of Elvis enjoying a very comfortable run in front, and he'll take a bit of beating from there. He leads by about 5 metres to Bonnie Lassie. The mare's parked in behind the leader of the stablemate, Return of Elvis. Third, Teddy Khan, and Watch His Fella. Well, the second favourites now bailed away. 3 back the rail. 1-1 Bent's Basin. 4 back the fence, Mary's Cash, and 10 metres away to Yorma Girl. The first quarter was running 31.9 as they run into the straight. Down to get the bell with just over a circuit to travel, 900 from home, and Return of Elvis has had a comfortable run in front by 2 metres to Teddy Khan at the leader's wheel. Third, Bonnie Lassie. 1-1 Bent's Basin. Watch His Fella now 3 back the rail, then followed by Mary's Cash and Yorma Girl at the tail. They swing out of the straight for the final time. The second quarter was running 31.2, and every chance for the leader, Return of Elvis. He shows away 2 metres to Teddy Khan. No run for Bonnie Lassie. 1-1 Bent's Basin. Will Watch His Fella. He's 3 back the inside. He now pushes through on the rail as Bonnie Lassie comes 1 horse off the fence, then Mary's Cash, and about 10-15 metres away to Yorma Girl. The third quarter in 29.8, and the leader, Return of Elvis, by a metre to Teddy Khan. 6 metres away to Watch His Fella, getting to a clear third. Bonnie Lassie under pressure, then followed by Mary's Cash and Bent's Basin. They turn into the straight. Return of Elvis by a metre to Teddy Khan. Watch His Fella going for the rails run, and Mary's Cash starting to join in quickly. Mary's Cash out after Return of Elvis. Mary's Cash, Return of Elvis, they hit the line. Return of Elvis just from Mary's Cash. Third home, Watch His Fella. Then followed by Teddy Khan, Bent's Basin, Bonnie Lassie, and Yorma Girl at the tail. He's just lasted here.
Thank goodness. Number 3, Return of Elvis, $2.10 and $1.60. Number 7, Mary's Cash, $2.80. No third for number 4, Watch This Fella. At the favourite, Return of Elvis, getting in from Mighty, and Jim Bob Rabbit at $4.20. It's the tote favourite as we go to Mildura. Here's Rob.
This evening with Rick McIntosh, as they're almost set here for the running of race 5, the first leg of the daily double. Attendants just clearing the track. The 20-metre tape just being brought across for the Cherokee. Front line stands up well. Jack Sarnell, he's so shy, loose foot, Allura, and Simply Unique. An attendant out on the track with Settled Claim. We've got a good line. So clear the track. Jack Sarnell and He's So Shy move up. Ken Sam off the second row, off the front. We've got a good line. Now an attendant just brings up Jack Sarnell on the inside, the Red King. Red King now straightens up. All set over 2,555 metres, the first leg of the daily double. Good line, tapes back, racing. Simply Unique's come out galloping shortly after the start, now hit its straps and starts to press forward, heading up towards the lead, as stepping away cleanly off the front line was He's So Shy, but Simply Unique, and now attacks for the lead. Now slow to begin was Jack Sarnell, and also Allura have missed the start hopelessly, as Simply Unique goes through and leads on the first corner by about 6 metres to He's So Shy. Red King began well, now moves up to be third facing the breeze. The rail was Loose Foot. Sea Legs 1-1 in the early part, and 4 back the fence was Ken Sam. On its outside was a Cherokee from Newkie's Lad, Settled Claim, Jim Bob Rabbit, who was last of the main group and about 25 metres off the lead. A further 25 metres to Allura and 15 metres away to Jack Sarnell, which missed the start hopelessly and is back at the tail and a good part of about 60 metres off the lead. They run off the back straight, and the front runner was Simply Unique. After beginning slowly, was able to hit its straps and work to the front by about 2 metres to Red King. Third placing was He's So Shy as they turn into the straight. And the leader is Simply Unique by about 2 metres to Red King. Now taking off 3 deep was Cherokee from the running line. Cherokee pulls out and he makes his way up towards the lead with Simply Unique showing the way. Now the Cherokee will work outside the leader, 1-1 Red King. Behind the leader He's So Shy in the running line was Sea Legs, who's now 3 back on the outside of Loose Foot. In the running line was Settled Claim, then followed by Ken Sam, 4 back the fence, 2 metres away to Jim Bob Rabbit, who trails Settled Claim. On its inside, Newkie's Lad. Jack Sarnell tacks up, and last of all on the inside was Allura. The lead time was 1:20.9, and they haven't gone quickly. And now taking off 3 deep was Settled Claim, and Settled Claim commences his run mid-race with the leader Simply Unique's had a nice run in the early part. Settled Claim now strides up to be second and matches stride, and the Cherokee now will end up 1-1, even though he just keeps Settled Claim out there for a couple of strides. As Settled Claim drew 2 metres in front, had a crack for the lead but couldn't get it, as Simply Unique kicks back on the inside. 2 hold out Settled Claim. Third behind the leader was He's So Shine. The Cherokee now 1-1. Loose Foot 3 back the inside of Red King, then followed by Sea Legs, Ken Sam. Taking off 3 deep, Jack Sarnell. Jim Bob Rabbit back to third last. Inside of it, Newkie's Lad. And last of all was Allura. The first quarter was in 31.4. The second in 31.8. So Simply Unique's had a good run in front. 2 metres to Settled Claim. Third, He's So Shy. 1-1 to Cherokee. Now Red King takes off 3 deep at the 600 metre mark. Then followed by Loose Foot, Sea Legs. Well back Jack Sarnell with Jim Bob Rabbit now getting out into the clear and starting to run on from Ken Sam, Allura. And last of all, Newkie's Lad. They run off the back straight. That third quarter in 30.2. And Simply Unique still the leader by 1.5 metres. Settled Claim being called for an effort now. Gets within ahead of Simply Unique. In third spot, He's So Shy off the track. Red King to Cherokee, and Jim Bob Rabbit 4 wide on the straight. Simply Unique straightens up 2 metres to Settled Claim. Jim Bob Rabbit in the centre of the track starting to run on strongly. Simply Unique in front. Here's Jim Bob Rabbit though. Settled Claim fighting back, but Jim Bob Rabbit scores from Settled Claim. Third home He's So Shy. Fourth the Cherokee, then followed by Red King, Ken Sam, Allura.
He's in a bit of winning form, Jim Bob Rabbit. 4:40 there. Offered Donald his Brian.
Green lights on and away. Mystic Scotch on the inside showing good early speed. From out deep on the track was Jarvid and also High Andy going quickly to the first turn, where Mystic Scotch on the inside holds out High Andy, and out 3 wide at the present time was Jarvid, who's pressing on. Just in behind him then came Aussie James, and settling 5th was Lepidos. Morton now getting through the field as they start to head down the back straight. The favourite Zybeezy settles back second last. The lead time was 9.8, and pressing on out 3 wide was Jarvid. Did plenty of work but was able to get across High Andy. In third placing Mystic Scotch, then followed by Lepidos racing on the outside of Aussie James. Star Avanti now gets off the rail to be 1 by 1. 3 back in the running line came Morton. On its back was Zybeezy. 10 metres away then second last was Sky High, and last of all at the tail of the field was Sky Watch. They turn into the straight, and the first quarter was 28.9, so they did go along very quickly in that early part, and Jarvid shows away from in second placing High Andy. Third Lepidos. 1-1 Star Avanti comes out 3 deep ahead of Morton, who switches back into the running line. Zybeezy about to take off. Now 3 back the inside was Mystic Scotch from Aussie James, then followed by Sky Watch, and losing ground was Strike High. 32.9 that second quarter. And the leader is Jarvid, who did plenty of work in the early part. Star of Artie now strides up to be second, 3 deep, being trailed up by the favourite Zybeezy. In the centre and under pressure was La Pedos from High Andy, then followed by Morton. Mystic Scotch held up off the back straight, and off the track at the moment then was Sky Watch, and last of all was Aussie James, and forget about Strike High off the back straight in 30, and Jarvid quickly being collared by Star of Arnie, but Zybeezy quickly goes up to tackle Star of Arnie, who appears to be travelling better than Zybeezy, and at the top of the straight, and straightening up Star of Arnie 2 metres in front, Zybeezy under a lot of pressure, and Star of Arnie shot away halfway down the straight. He kicked 10 metres clear, and Star of Arnie coming down for Rod Barker and scores comfortably by about 10 metres to Zybeezy. Third home Jarvid, not a bad effort. Fourth was Morden, then followed by close up Lapidos, High Andy. Well back was Sky Watch from Aussie James, and tailed off Strike High to last quarter in 31.5.
Star Avanti, $4.10, $1.80. Zybeezy, $1.10, and Jarvid, $2.90. Hard to find the race 7. They're starting to score up quickly. It's followed by Donald. We've got a late mail in the 9th. The final event at Donald today. It's number 5, Whistle a Tune. Billy Street. He's already ridden 2 winners. Can he make it 3? Whistle a Tune, $5.20 on Super Tab. In an open betting race, Karombi, $8.40. A Ski Commish, $6.50. And Stage Appeal, $7.60. Devon Departure, $8.30. And Brian Blackmore, he likes number 5, Whistle a Tune, which is the tote favourite in an open betting race at $5.20 from Ski Commish. Set at Mildura, scoring up, and away they go. Here's Rob.
And beginning nicely on the inside was Ed Ego, but he's going to be crossed by Watch This Fella, who showed terrific speed from out wide, and Watch This Fella crosses the odds-on favourite Ed Ego second. Simonic racing without cover. Now Jeff's Flood 3 back the inside. New York Jet winds up 1-1. On the inside, Albert Wiz 4 back the fence, and about 15 to 20 metres away, the galloper at the start, Always a Reason. They work to the top of the straight, and Donaldson comes off the rail on Ed Ego, and the leader is Watch This Fella. Ed Ego strides up within a metre, and taking off 3 deep from the rear is New York Jet. So they're going to put some speed into this race, as they haven't gone quickly early, and Watch This Fella shows the way by a metre as New York Jet drives up now to be second. Third now 1-1 Ed Ego, and on the rail Jeff's Flood behind the leader. 3 back in the running line, and we have Simonic on the outside of Albert Wiz, and last of all Always a Reason. The lead time was in 44.3. Running down the back straight, and Watch This Fella's had a comfortable run in the early part. He leads by a metre. 2 New York Jet, third Jeff's Flood. The favourite Ed Ego, sweet seating, 1 out and 1 back, being trailed up by Simonic. On the inside was Albert Wiz, and 4 metres away last of all Always a Reason. About 20 metres from first to last, and the first quarter in 31.8. So Watch This Fella has enjoyed a nice run in front. He leads by a head. 2 New York Jet. Third Ed Ego, and fourth was Jeff's Flood. Simonic 3 metres away on the outside of Albert Wiz, and last of all Always a Reason. They turn into the straight. They've got 1,000 metres to travel, and the front runner is Watch This Fella. He's the one to run down at the moment. He leads by ahead to New York Jet. Third Ed Ego travels okay on the outside of Jeff's Flood, then followed by Simonic, Albert Wiz, and last of all Always a Reason. The second quarter in 32.8, and Watch This Fella has had a comfortable run in front. He leads by ahead to New York Jet, who creeps up a little bit closer. Sweating for a run, Jeff's Flood, and still sweet seating, 1 out and 1 back was the favourite Ed Ego, being tracked up by Simonic, then Albert Wiz, and last of all Always a Reason. They start to quicken up down the back straight, and Watch This Fella at the 450 leads by ahead to New York Jet. 4 metres away to Ed Ego, being called for an effort. Jeff's Flood under pressure. Simonic starting to work into it from Always a Reason, and Albert Wiz last of all. 29.5 they went down the back. Watch This Fella ahead in front of New York Jet. 3 wide now Ed Ego runs on, and 4 deep Simonic in the straight. Watch This Fella 2 metres in front. Ed Ego now starting to pick it up quickly on the outside. Ed Ego goes up to Watch This Fella. Ed Ego and Watch This Fella. Ed Ego put its nose in front, right on the line, and got up. Ed Ego scores from Watch This Fella. Simonic third, then followed by New York Jet, Always a Reason, Albert Wiz, and Jeff's Flood last of all, 29 the last quarter. The favourite, number 1 Ed Ego, you'll find us got up right on the line here, $1.50 and $1.10 from 5. Get Extra Smart. We Get Extra Smart, $3.60. And on the outside, number 2, Simonik. We apologise there. We have called Watch This Fella and Get Extra Smart, which of course are the similar colours, so I do apologise there. It
can happen to the best of us. But Air to Ego was the winner at $1.50 and $1.10. Get Extra Smart, $3.60. Simonik, no third dividend. $1.50, $1.10. 151 on the pool. Classic Chorus, the tote favourite at $2.40. New York Tuffy, $4. Genial Gent is a $5.60 chance. Forbidden Fruits, $8.40. And they're starting to score up now. They're running a minute late at Mildura. There's the totes at Musselbrook. Bay of Belmont, the Johnny Gilmore special, $3.90 and $1.50. The late mail, it ran second, they all do. Copper Cowgirl, $2.80. Kite Flyer, $2.20. Quinella, $23.30. Exacta, $40.40.